Welcome to episode number 860 of Hard Factor. It's another What the Fuck Wednesday, January 19th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. We got Mark, Pat, Wes, and I'm Will. Full hosts, a full house of hosts.
House
Talk
hosts.
with you today about. I didn't update my little thing here. That's why I was right before we were about to go, and I was like, it's because I didn't update any of my stuff here.
Speaking
so
of
what
house,
about
you see-
today.
House of hosts.
Speaking of house hosts and houses, you guys see that what's her name from Full House is engaged for the 5th time. The
Jolie
middle,
Lee Sweeten?
the middle daughter, Sweeten.
Stephanie.
It's got to be discouraging for the guy, right? He's number 5.
She had a bit of a meth problem.
She did.
Which one's Stephanie? The long hair?
She's the middle one, man. You got Michelle at the bottom there, raking in the dollars. You got DJ Tanner at the top with the titties, dates Steve. And then you got Stephanie there in the middle. Yeah, enough said, you know what I mean?
She was the
Don't
one that
remember.
wasn't as famous. Yeah, well, that's why she did meth. Well, that's why.
Jodie Lee Sweeten, man.
Yeah.
Well, she's a
Because
bad
no one
girl.
remembered. Yeah.
Bad girl. And then Candace Cameron, sister of Kirk Cameron, right?
Right.
He ended up making the majority of his career. No one would have guessed it. Not on Facts of Life. Not on Facts of Life. What was the one he was on? The big Kirk Cameron show.
Growing Pains?
Growing Pains. But yeah, he really made it biggest doing faith-based movies. That movie, Fireproof.
A lot of money in that.
Oh, dude, an insane amount of money in faith-based movies.
Well, yeah, also music too. They sell
You know
out
who's?
stadiums.
I
It's
think
crazy.
I mentioned on the show. You know who's gone,
Churches, big money in church.
Dennis Quaid's gone pretty much solely into faith-based movies. He's like the
Church
face.
movies?
Yeah.
You take the checks. You take the checks where you can. They'll overpay for you.
I mean,
As long as you're doing the Lord's work.
music too. Those bands.
Oh,
those
man.
faith-based bands rake it in.
Yeah,
I tried to talk my cousin Jack out of making
Jars of
Christian
clay
music,
or whatever.
and then I saw what kind of money they were making. I was like, "Sing the gospel, Jack."
Right.
Oh yeah, they make some money.
We have some Christian stuff today, right? With some politicians, maybe.
Oh yeah, bro. Don't you question the faith of Dan Crenshaw, or
That's
you're
right.
going to get snapped at.
Nice.
I love Hillsong. Hillsong United. Love them.
Man, some of those movies are real racist. There's a faith-based streaming service. It's like Netflix, but it's like Faithflix. And downloaded it. Started getting a little stoned and watching some of those flicks. Lots of latent racism in there. I mean, they don't know they're being racist, but
All the villains are black in the movies. Is that what you're saying?
no, there was like this one movie.
The neighbors, the bad part of town.
This guy named Raul showed up, and some guy
Spanish
named
and black.
Raul was supposed to come work a job, like at a construction worker, and there was another guy who was also named Raul. He's like, "Hey, Raul," and he's like, "Is he calling me?" And he's like, "Yeah, you're Raul, right? You're here to work
Oh,
the
the
job."
case
I
of
said,
too many Raúls.
he needed a job, but it was just
the
kinda
devil
racist.
slipped in.
Oh yeah,
somehow.
I'll do a book report about it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Maybe do a clip down of all the like latent racism. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. Speaking of TV, though, I'm rooting for the Rams now. Sorry about your futures bet on the Cardinals, Mark.
I didn't watch the game. We were down 21
I mean, yeah,
nothing.
I saw the highlights of what happened with Matthew Stafford and Odell Beckham getting their first playoff good feelings ever, and I want them to continue. I want those two guys to.
What was
win
up with the
Super Bowl.
Kyler Murray small thing? I didn't watch the game.
He's
tiny.
like 5'5" and he played like it yesterday.
He's tiny. And then the Rams defense is really good. They have a bunch of good pass rushers, and they were just dominating him. And it was
Yeah. Kyler Murray makes Doug Flutie look like Dikembe Mutombo. He's a little guy.
He's tiny little guy, but he'll put it together one year. Just not this year. The Rams move on.
A lot of good
division-
teams left in the NFC. The
Go
NFC
Niners.
has a lot of good teams left in the NFC.
Divisional round. This is the best weekend of NFL football of the whole season. So get ready. This is the real Super Bowl, basically.
Grayson thinks I'm wearing this hat as a troll. Grayson from Discord, but I'm just a Niners fan now. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they're
I don't know what
good.
his problem is.
Is Bosa going to be back for the next game? Do
I
we know
hope
that?
so. Wes, do you know?
What's his first name, Wes?
I have no idea. Huh?
What's
Bosa.
Bosa's
Garoppolo?
first name?
Garoppolo?
Garoppolo Bosa. Yeah.
Yep, Garoppolo Bosa.
Garoppolo Bosa. Yeah, that's
Yeah, Garoppolo.
The third.
Great player. Real fast.
Good, a true Niner.
Yeah, who's the greatest Niner quarterback of all time?
Well, that'd be
He knows that.
Montana.
Yeah, he knows.
Oh yeah.
Who's number
Everybody.
2?
Steve Young.
Yes, it's the glory years.
Who's the
Joe Montana.
Who's the Hall of Fame safety that lost a finger and came back in the next play?
Garoppolo.
Yeah, Ronnie Lott.
Joey
Ronnie Lott?
Garoppolo.
Yeah, Ronnie
Wasn't he a
Lott.
Redskin lot?
No,
No,
thought
I
he
think
was
he's lifelong.
Leon Lett.
Niner, bro.
Ah.
Now, Leon Lett was a cowboy.
Who lost the finger?
Ronnie Lott lost
Ronnie
like
Lott.
the knuckle. Ronnie Lott lost half of his finger, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're going to the hospital." He goes, "Tape it up," and he just went back in the next play. Beast.
Let's do the news, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me play the clip. So that's how you know we're starting.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Hell yeah. Fun fact, guys. The Israeli elite fighting force, Mossad, they were tasked with hunting Nazis in the 80s that had fled to South America.
Nice.
And it's a pretty interesting story, specifically Adolf Eichmann. If you want to check that out, they got that guy, and they got him fucking good. But Israel essentially became the de facto Nazi hunters well after World War II, which I thought was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, there's that great documentary about that guy that was living in like Ohio or something, and they uncovered him and brought him back for war crimes, and they finally, I don't want to spoil it, but I'll post the name of the documentary in the Discord because I can't think of it now, but it's very awesome. It's like
guy
it's like your neighbor or something. Killer.
I feel like he was innocent though.
No, he was the guy.
Okay.
It is so crazy though how like Nazis got hunted down, but then other Nazis got promoted to be the heads of every major powerful institution like in the world,
Like what? What?
like NASA, and like the EU.
Well, no, those were German Jews. NASA? They were
No,
Nazis
yeah,
in-
there's like Nazi, like Otto, what was his name, von Braun or whatever. Yeah, yes, lots of prominent Nazis
have to
went
read
on
about
if they
that.
had skills, and they got put in other places of power. Yes, after the war.
Devil Next Door, Netflix.
Was it the movie Munich that won Best Picture was nominated?
that had to do with Masood. Yeah, Mossad.
The Mossad was tasked with killing the people
Palestinians.
that killed they killed Olympic athletes or something.
Yeah,
Israeli Olympic athletes. So then Mossad sent five Mossad guys to track them down and kill the people responsible.
Yeah, Munich's a sick movie.
Yeah, Werner von Braun. He was like brought over to lead NASA. He was a Nazi, and then there's tons of others that got put out all over these like big heads of organizations. Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
We gotta be careful about picking a side here. Like Israel and Palestine, they got their own beef. I'm not picking a side. On Facebook, we should read some of the comments we got for making fun of the frogmen for getting killed by a dolphin. Jeez, you should see some.
Oh, really?
some
Oh,
lady-
like people who were like,
Oh.
hey, take it easy on Hamas. They were like,
Yeah,
hey,
they said
cut
Hamas is
a
right.
break.
Hamas
Cut
defenders?
Hamas a break. Hamas is right, and I'm unfollowing your boring content with some of the comments from people with like.
That's fine, dude. Facebook is
yeah.
just a sea of brand new audience members we can bring in and then bring out, like the
I don't
seamlessly,
think I don't think the
like
defender of Hamas was really into us to begin with, but
Well, here's the thing about the dolphins that are armed. We were just saying, don't publicize it, Hamas. If you really got by a dolphin, that's all we said.
right,
So-
it is a raw deal if true. It's not very nice if that's what Israel's doing, but
Okay, yeah, maybe
Yeah.
just keep that one closer to the
sleep
Maybe
with
listen
one
to the
eye
whole
open.
clip.
Dolphins. Not a lot of people know that. Also, not a lot of people know that we had German prisoners of war here during World War II. Read up on it. Holidays, guys. In the Estados Unidos. German holidays. Not German holidays. American holidays. What am I saying? It's gun appreciation day today. So make sure to take your gun out. Tell it you love it. Load it. Oil it. Cock it. And celebrate the other holiday, Tenderness Towards Existence Day.
Wow. Okay.
Or New Friends Day. Great place to make a new friend is at the range.
Yes.
You could celebrate another holiday at the range too with your gun. Tin Can Day. Shooting some tin
Oh,
cans
hell
with
yeah.
your gun with a new friend.
That's a fun activity.
This is a
eat
shooting day, huh?
Maybe eat some
January
popcorn
19th.
afterwards. It's a National Popcorn Day as well. And this one's for the kids.
Pop.
Brew a Potion Day. Do you guys remember brewing potions as a
No,
boy?
I
or-
never did that as a kid, Pat. That's weird.
Nobody's actually ever brewed a potion though, right?
was like
Because it's not a
milk
real.
with like mud and like different like
Yeah,
stuff
whatever.
like that.
You were an alchemist?
I mean, I would watch Smurfs and check out that Gilgamesh guy or.
But a potion has to have magical properties, right?
Nice.
Potion.
You don't remember? I just remember being at swim class and being like, "You brew
No,
potions."
I played sports this kid. I didn't play
Yeah.
potions.
Potion,
really
a liquid,
well too.
a liquid with healing, magical, or poisonous properties. Okay.
I was getting first place ribbons, dude.
Yeah, competitively. So
Yeah,
not a lot of time. At the
My
level I
potion was
competing.
Gatorade, bro.
yeah, my
I was
potion.
tired on the
yeah,
sidelines.
my potion was
pussy,
gold
brother.
trophies. Was pussy. I was fingering chicks when I was 7.
Yeah.
I'm swirling the old potion. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Would
come
you
on,
cut
man.
yourself?
Playing potions,
Rub a little potion on it. You know what I mean?
pussy.
Is there a lady around? All right. Bro, brewing potions was the shit when you were
All
a
right.
kid.
Potion's
Also,
badass. That's
what happened today in history? January 19th. In 1983, one of the reasons I was giving you those fun facts, Nazi war criminal Klaus Barbie arrested in Bolivia. I just love a story. It's like I just love a story about a Nazi getting tracked down in South America. 1934, MLB Commissioner Kennesaw Mountain Landis, he denied Joe Jackson's appeal for reinstatement, and he said, "Put on some shoes, you bum."
Yeah,
Shoeless
Yeah.
Joe.
Cheater.
In 1981, this is another fun fact.
Was he
Muhammad
on the-
Ali.
was he on the Black Sox?
yes.
He was on the Black Sox, yes. Shoeless Joe.
He was like their
1981,
leader.
Muhammad Ali talked a despondent 21-year-old out of committing suicide. Literally talked him off a ledge. Now, a lot of people think that was bullshit because Muhammad Ali's longtime photographer was present to document the entire thing, and Ali had a lot of negative press going on because of his criticism of the war in the in the early 70s, and also whatever, people are afraid of the Nation of Islam. But yeah, check that out. Could be a setup by Ali.
Interesting.
1982,
He was a showman.
Nature Boy Ric
know that.
Flair won the
Royal
Royal
Rumble.
Rumble.
And he won the belt. That Royal Rumble was for the belt. I think the only time that's ever happened. The winner got the championship belt. That's when I think that was the scene where he's in the back, like the bloody face, going like "Woo!" and Miss
Talk about
Elizabeth.
a
This,
showman.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Give him a belt. Yeah. You know what happened? Hulk Hogan got distracted by Hulk Hogan got eliminated by Sid Vicious, and then he distracted Sid Vicious because he was mad because he's actually always been a poor sport. If you look back in the history, I don't know why he was a hero. He was a poor loser, and then Ric Flair was able to eliminate Sid Vicious or Psycho
Sid
Sid
Vicious from the
because
Sex Pistols?
no, Psycho Sid. He's like a 7-foot tall guy, but he was Sid Vicious back then. But yeah, same name.
That's a
Like
trademark
Hogan
issue.
screwed over Sid Vicious.
Well, Hogan always just thought everything should go his way, and that was
Correct.
kind of his character.
Yep.
And they
If he
usually
ever
gave
lost,
him
he threw a
his way.
fit. Yeah.
Right. They usually gave him his way because he's a big needy dummy.
You
Yeah,
remember that?
behind the scenes too, apparently.
You remember that Nickelodeon special? It was like a three-part special, 3-night special about like Hulk Hogan's life as like a fat kid and then getting fit. That they ran that when we were kids. Remember that?
Oh, they always play. He would work that into like every TV.
The Hulk
appearance.
Hogan story.
I was overweight as a child.
Yeah.
For like
Now
a
look at
year.
me.
Yeah.
I have like this
He's like
image of
6'6".
young Hulk Hogan
Perfect
like
body.
just demolishing a fridge like Will after a blunt or two. Like yeah, it was like insane. Okay, 2013.
Hogan's hilarious.
I gotta find that clip. Lance Armstrong admits to doping in all 7 of his Tour de France victories. He could have kept it to himself.
He tried for a while, Pat.
To himself. Guys, let's do an update real quick. This is okay. So Tonga, right? Obviously, there was that volcano last week. I still am kind of dumbfounded why there hasn't been more communication there. Unfortunately, the first 2 confirmed deaths emerged on Monday, but the real casualty figure is unknown. But dude, check out these aerial photos. So this is the before of Tonga. This is the after.
Whoa.
In
Wait a
one
minute. What are we
area.
looking at? Is that just it's all?
That's
Is that a
the
That's
black
a
and
night
white
though.
image?
That's not color.
Oh no, yeah. So here, look. Yep, that's just afterwards.
But
Here, I'll give you another
Houses just got
example.
washed away.
Give you another example. Here's a before and an after.
Okay, yeah, that's better. It looks like the coastal areas got
Or they got
screwed.
completely flooded.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, dude, you can get to Tonga by plane in like an hour and a half. Like, well, why don't we have more info on Tonga? Like, New Zealand's pledging under $500,000. Come on.
Because they're scared of like COVID, maybe because they're on lockdown. They're not
don't
going over there to check on them. I don't know.
I
It's
don't know.
below everyone's line. You know?
It's
Yeah.
below the line.
Below my line.
I think that they did. I mean, all communication equipment got wiped out, so I think it's probably just very hard to get it stood back
Well,
up on the island, right?
Their internet was underwater. Their internet was underground. So like their internet is obviously fucked. And it's going to take a while. But Pat's saying, why can't you just hop in a helicopter and be like, is everyone okay? Like on a megaphone.
Right,
Like,
get
Yeah. I'm sure they're doing that to some extent, but it's probably just not enough to.
And then
be
they
able
could
to
fly
really
back to New Zealand and on the
understand.
New Zealand national TV be like, everyone's okay. You know, and then the world would
I
know.
doubt that's the case though. So
Yeah.
Right.
it's like
Okay, moving on, guys. Let's get into the trending topics real quick. So, obviously, last year there's lots of debate about like election laws, the stuff going on in Georgia, which was election fraud, potentially like people trying to make up for that, whether it exists or not, what doesn't. But point being, lots of arguing going on. But do you guys know about the John Lewis Voting Rights Act that's on the floor before the Senate?
yes, it's to stop Jim Eagle or
Yeah, but most
Jim.
importantly, it would make Election Day a national holiday. So I don't see how we can argue about that. Like a new national holiday, like what a move by the
Sign me up.
Democrats.
Yeah,
What
who's
a
arguing
move.
against? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a great
who's
idea.
who's going to argue against a national holiday? I don't care how you.
Oh, I
feel
think
about
there's
it.
other things in the bill people are arguing against.
Yeah, well, national holiday. Let's just
That would be the
focus
second national holiday. That's good.
there. Yeah, Nick
pork
Saban
rolls.
came out.
Juneteenth, yeah, it was last year. So.
Juneteenth. I say we add another one every year until we get to 12, one a
Let's
month.
do it.
I mean, Biden's got to do something that's popular. So
Yeah.
True.
Well, he did something today.
He's
that's
trying.
somewhat popular.
If he did
Pulling anything out
if
of
he
his
did a
ass,
new
man.
national holiday every year and he's still at in the 30%, that sucks. That's rough. You're doing a bad job at that point.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, Nick Saban, Jerry West, who, fun fact, is the NBA logo. A bunch of other folks in sports wrote a letter to Joe Manchin saying, hey, support the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. Why don't you do it? It also would require access to early voting, mail-in ballots that became overwhelmingly popular during the COVID-19 pandemic. Keep an eye on that one. National holiday, come on. All right, Microsoft. Jesus,
That's what everyone's going to do on the national holidays. Go
is vote.
Hey Wes, no one's gonna. Hey Wes, who's the?
it's not going to up. It would probably take away from voting. Honestly,
Yeah,
if it's a holiday.
it might. Yeah.
People are going to be partying.
Hey Wes, who's the Pro Bowl tight end on the Niners?
Pro Bowl tight end on the Niners?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a great player.
No, I don't know.
Wes is more of a team guy.
got a
He's not
brother.
about the name on the back of the jersey. He's about the
do you
name on
think
the
I
front.
need to? I don't need to trade names with everyone.
Name trade.
I'm not a name trader or a stat trader.
I don't like to learn their names.
Eh,
Makes sense.
They come and they go, but the team stays.
Did
That's
you
right.
say you're not
Yeah,
on name trader or
still
stat trader?
Still a 49er.
That's true.
Like those are systems that you're not involved in, or you're just that's not your style. You know,
That's not my style, and I have a terrible memory, so I just don't.
He's
do
for
it.
the front office. He doesn't care about the players.
I thought you were saying like those are things, like name trader and stat trader is a
I mean,
forum.
Going back and forth about stats is a thing, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, I back Wes up here. Someone asked me last season, like, who's the stars on the football team? And even though I've been a football team fan for like 20 years, I hadn't paid attention. I was like, I don't know, man.
Who's the
Not
tight end
many
on the football
stars
team,
right
Pat?
now, so
Right now on the football team?
Well, who
You
was
gotta know that.
before he got injured? You know.
Yeah, it was Logan. What's his name?
Yeah, exactly.
go.
You got it. See, you got
Where'd
it.
that come from? Why'd you ask me that out of the blue?
George Kittle. I just wanted to.
your Niners hat.
Because of the Niners, I just wanted to fuck with you.
Every time Mark sees the Niners hat, he asks you another question.
Sorry.
You know what's funny is I knew I should have read up on these fucking names because I knew this was coming, and I thought that if I had Garoppolo in my repertoire that I'd be okay.
That was good enough.
I think Bosa's
Oh,
the best
shit.
player. Not the same guy, by the way.
Trent Williams is probably their best player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How about
maybe.
that?
He's
Former
great,
football
but
team
he's great.
member. Microsoft is buying Activision / Blizzard and the whole Cosby suite for a reported $70 billion in an absolute power move by the maker of Xbox. Holy shit! When asked whether Activision games like Call of Duty would become exclusive to Xbox, Phil Spencer, the chief executive of Microsoft's gaming business, would only say that, quote, Our goal is to allow the content to reach as many players as possible. So,
What does this mean for the Cosby Club? More importantly,
Cosby Club is I don't know, bro. They're out. I mean, that's partly why the sale is happening.
Trying to rebrand, huh?
Well, and also what's funny is that then a PlayStation exec got caught being like a pederast, right? So basically,
my gaming world, guys going after women. It's
Microsoft's coming out like clean, like smelling like roses here, picking up Activision in the process, getting all these games, and they're already getting a ton of exclusive titles for Xbox over PS5. I think Xbox is really going to take the mantle away from PlayStation in this next
Microsoft,
next round.
Their founder, who is widely accused of being on Epstein Island, coming away smelling like roses.
He wasn't on the island, but I will tell you what, Billy Gates
is widely accused of it. There's lots of pictures of him.
Wasn't on the island. Old William Gates is laughing his ass to the, I don't know, bank. No, he's already rich for not being the head of Microsoft anymore because they're about to go through that same antitrust thing that almost broke him in the early 90s.
But the thing about it is, Pat, is that if you look at that, there's a great new website about what companies elected officials invested in last year. Democrats, federally elected Democrats, largely they invested a shitload in Microsoft all at the same time too. So Microsoft's probably good. Microsoft's probably pretty good protected, on the Hill. They're probably not going to be investigated too hard.
You never know. Anyway, that's a crazy deal. Guys, fun fact, this is the last minute edition of the Cup of Coffee. It has to do with Prince Andrew. I don't know if you guys knew this, but there's a new documentary coming out on ITV called Ghislaine, Prince Andrew, and the Paedophile. By the way, in England, they spell it Paedophile, which I think is it's a more fun way to spell pedophile. Paedophile. Anyway, there's an aide, right? A guy who worked at the palace. His name is I'm trying to find it here. Well, it doesn't matter. He said this about Prince Andrew and his bedroom, which I thought was pretty awesome.
It had about 50 or 60 stuffed toys positioned on the bed. And basically, there was a card the inspector showed us in a drawer, and it's a picture of these bears all in situ on the bed. And the reason for the laminated picture was that if those bears weren't put back in the right order by the maids, he would shout and scream and become verbally abusive.
Yeah, Prince Andrew has a bear collection that he's very particular about. The instructions read, and this is verbatim, when the DOI, or Duchess, or Duke of York, is staying overnight, place one small teddy and cushion in the turn-down position. When making the bed, place the teddy and cushion next to the teddy on the left side with the necklaces on it. Some of the names of the bears were Daddy, Ducks, Prince, etc., and he would throw a fucking fit if they were out of order.
If he threw a fit for the teddies being out of order, I feel bad for the women that
the minor
assaulted.
Underage girls, who he was having paid sex with. Yeah, you can really also see what Ghislaine saw in him as a boyfriend, obviously, with that type of behavior.
Everyone wants to stay in the palace, Will. Mm-hmm. They're willing to look past a few kinks like the bear thing and
his obsession with teddy bear.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck,
bro? For the rest of your life's nice. Yeah.
Can you imagine? I mean, we're not even. I mean, Wes is 40, right? Ish.
Not yet.
6 weeks. 6 weeks, baby.
You're the closest to Prince Andrew's age. Could you imagine? Could you imagine having stuffed bears?
No, I never had. I actually never had stuffed bears. I had a stuffed dog. That was it.
There you go.
Closest.
There you go.
He had him now, or this is when he was like growing up?
No, this is like last week.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they keep a room of bears for him. Yeah, at the palace.
Yeah, they're not tattling on his little tantrums when he was 8, Wes.
Right. Yeah, they don't care about that then.
No, he acts like an 8-year-old. No,
Jesus.
that's him now. That's what we're saying. Like he's a psychopath.
Well, before he was stripped of his,
they don't need to go back.
Yeah. One time he skinned his knee and he wouldn't fucking stop whining about it.
They're letting all these people talk now that he's been stripped of his titles. Yeah, exactly.
All right, moving on, guys.
He used to play potions.
You wanted them, you got them. Biden administration launched their website a day early for Americans to request free at-home COVID-19 tests. And the site is covidtest.gov. You can go on there and order up to 4 COVID tests, at-home tests per residential address, but there were some issues, I guess, because it was a bit of a glitch on the site where, like, if you were in an apartment building or like a multi-unit house, that someone had probably already claimed your 4 tests. I think they're fixing that.
Yeah, definitely get them. They're already paid for, right? So you might as well just get them.
Yeah,
as well.
They're
So
free.
at one point on Monday, over like 750,000 people were accessing the website at the same time. So, yeah, the tests will usually ship between 7 and 12 days of ordering, so just in time for you to get COVID again.
Yeah, and also
Yeah,
the good news.
but you gotta
here,
have them on
Pat,
hand. Yeah.
Yeah, you should have them on hand, because also the good news here is that the Omicron wave, it looks like it just peaked and then it's going down now. Hopefully, it might go back up again. So order.
Well,
them, but
these tests aren't going to go bad, right? Like if you don't open them.
No, they're good. Yeah, but
So
they're
just
just
have
not
them on
going to deal
hand.
with your
have 'em on
current COVID diagnosis that you
They're
have.
free. They're already paid for. Whether you're happy with the government spending money on them or not, it's done. So just
right.
get
This
'em.
is actually, they're doing what they denied at
Yes.
Thanksgiving, and they're like,
Right.
oh, we should have done that, so let's do it now in January.
Yes, they should have done it a couple months before, but it's done now, so you might as well.
So there you go. Free
just
COVID
get
test, guys. Also over in China, just when you thought things couldn't get worse, Hong Kong has asked pet shops and owners to hand over 2,000 hamsters for culling by authorities. That's murdering. After 11 of the small rodents tested positive for COVID at a pet shop. In other news, the fast fashion retail giant H&M released their spring catalog yesterday, featuring a large number of pieces appointed with a, quote, faux fur, including gloves and socks, which are articles not usually released in a spring line. Go figure.
Wow, hamster size gloves.
I would wear hamster. They're very furry. They're very
They're very soft.
fluffy.
Siberian
very soft.
hamsters,
Yeah.
extremely soft.
Pat, did
Very
it
soft.
say whether the CCP is behind this decision to
It's Hong Kong,
exterminate
which
the
now
hamsters?
They have. Who knows now who's got Hong Kong?
Well,
Dude, one animal gets COVID over there, and the entire species is getting fucked.
it's sad what the Europeans did to the minks, and then now the
It
Hong
is
Kongers are doing to the hamsters. It's
That should be a concern. Like if an animal that people actually care about. I don't know, like a house cat,
In China,
dog.
hamsters are very popular because they're small and it's tight quarters.
Yeah, I was a little insensitive, but I mean, like, imagine a pet that someone really, really, like, most people really care about.
Could you imagine the turnout for culling of cats in this country?
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
Oh my God, so much carpooling.
That might get me to protest.
people would be upset about cats, but then a lot of counter protesters though, because there's a lot of people who'd be happy about that.
Yeah, sick fucks.
Pro
Well,
cat.
but there's a lot of anti-cats
Heartless.
out there. There's a lot of anti-cat people out there, and they're
The hateful human beings is what they are.
All right, let's get to the cream of the crop, guys.
The cream of the crop!
And it gives me great pleasure to announce that Dan Crenshaw still at Chode. So the representative from Texas, Dan Crenshaw, you know him. He's got an eye patch. Lost his eye in the Afghanistan war.
He's like a dolphin. He sleeps with. Oh, sorry.
No,
Can't say
those
that.
jokes are not
That's too mean.
allowed.
That's not allowed. I take it back. That was mean. That's what.
no. I
Plenty
think
of-
that's allowed. It was the I hope he had his whole eye hole fucked out by Mujahideen's dick.
Yeah, that
It's
was
not
It's a
allowed.
little bit out of
That was
context.
further. I was
that was
on the
Tom
line.
Biker.
That's past the line.
And then also there was the Pete Davidson where he
Looks
did
like
the
Bad
Pirate.
guy in every porno.
But that was funny. The pirate
was-
joke. That was kind of funny.
yeah.
Anyway, don't judge the guy on his eye. Judge him on his
It was
shitty
war
character.
entry. I take it back. I take it back.
First of all, guys, let's take a look at his district. That's his district map in Houston. Talk about gerrymandering. It looks like an ink blot.
That is a weird.
I mean,
That's
when you look
weird.
at any district map that's gerrymandered the fuck out of it, it's like, what's wrong with our country, bro? How is that a thing?
Yeah, Andrew Yang's actually pushing for independent district line drawing, which is a good idea. They should probably do that for a lot of things that get similar to what happens with gerrymandering, where the parties can fuck with it to their advantage. Like it's like that, like for like taxes, but they could probably do that for other things like minimum wage. That way people wouldn't need to like argue about it every year.
Don't need
You know?
minimum wage when you have UBI, buddy.
A
But
good rule of thumb should be if you can't make the shape in a pan with pancake batter, it shouldn't be.
that's true.
Like, there's no way you could possibly make that with pancake batter.
That one's almost not connected.
It's ridiculous.
There's,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Well, no, I mean it's like it probably follows some creek, and he's like, my
Uh-huh.
district is the historic creek bed district
Mm-hmm.
of
Rich
Houstonian.
oil guys. You want to know where to trick or treat? Follow Crenshaw's district map. I'll tell you that much. Anyway, guys, that's not.
I like how it circles the exterior of Houston.
Yeah, you
it's
get
just in the suburbs enough.
Full-size candy bars if you go to
Those are
Crenshaw.
some big houses out there.
Anyway, guys, point is, that's not the point. Some other chodes did that, not this chode. The representative from Texas was at a Montgomery County Tea Party, PAC meeting on Monday, when a 10-year-old girl came at him in a way that he did not like, and people are calling him a chode online. I'm going to play the clip here for you.
To anyone who hasn't heard, Crenshaw said, quote, "The most important thing here is that we have important hero archetypes that we look up to. Jesus is a hero archetype, Superman is a hero archetype. Real characters too. I could name 1,000. Rosa Parks, Ronald Reagan," end quote. I can't wrap my head around this.
Well, I'll help you. Put a period after the word Jesus and don't question my faith.
Wow.
There's,
You moron.
look.
Yeah, you don't talk to a kid like that. Yeah, boo.
Don't question my faith.
Oh, okay.
You guys can ask questions about all of these things and I will answer them. But don't question my faith.
I can question your faith if this is what you said.
That's, I mean, you can read the quote again. But nowhere in that quote am I saying Jesus is not real. That's a ridiculous statement. Of course he's the Son of God. Of course he's the Son of God, and of course he's real.
You can say two different things. You can say that on a podcast, and you can say this here.
On the podcast, nobody would have understood it that way. I think you're twisting it that way. Which is not very Christian.
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
They call him.
It's not. And I'm not going to have my faith questioned.
Thank you.
I'm not going to have my faith questioned.
When did
I love it.
when
I
did
love
Dave
it when
Crenshaw?
They
Go ahead.
hit him with the "Let's go, Brandon" because they think he's not Christian enough to be their representative.
He's not on their side. He's not on their side. When did Dan Crenshaw become like a sassy gay man? He's like, I can tell you what to do. Put a period after God and don't question my faith, honey.
He spent too much time in D.C., Mark. He's too East Coast now. He needs to go back to Texas once in a while.
Yeah.
If you had difficulty hearing that, here's what I guess was said. So there was a girl asking a question, and she was quoting Crenshaw back to him.
She was basically accusing him of being a fake Christian.
Well, so I guess here's the exact quote that Crenshaw said on a podcast. He said, "The most important thing is that we have important hero archetypes that we look up to. Jesus is a hero archetype. Superman's a hero archetype. Real characters, too. I could name 1,000. Rosa Parks, Ronald Reagan." And then she said, the girl says, "I can't wrap my head around this." Now, she quoted Crenshaw from a podcast interview he gave to promote his 2020 book, Fortitude, American Resilience in the Era of Outrage. But she left out the last sentence saying, the full quote, Crenshaw ended by saying, "These people embody certain attitudes that American people think this is good." So the point is, that doesn't matter. She was trying to get him, I guess.
It was a gotcha moment on you said you implied Jesus wasn't real. And then that's why you heard the one guy in the crowd, if you couldn't hear it on the first time, he's like, "Is Jesus the Son of God?" And he like screams it at Crenshaw, and Crенshaw's like, "Yes,
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course Jesus is the Son of God.
He's arguing with a 10-year-old.
She's 10, you moron.
Yeah, that was the best.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, guys, the internet
Let's
isn't
go,
sure.
Brandon kills me.
The internet isn't sure if she's 10 or 8.
They all agree he's not Republican enough when you start
that girl
chanting,
was-
"Let's go, Brandon."
I don't
She
know
was
if
older
she's
than
10. Yeah,
She
she's
was-
older than
she was
10,
older
but she
than
wasn't
10.
18.
Well, look,
She's
guys,
probably like 12.
Jameson Ellis. I want you guys to meet Jameson Ellis, and this is a guy you're going to be hearing a lot about going into the midterms. He's running against Crenshaw on the Republican ticket.
I'm coming in from the right side of Crenshaw. You understand?
Yep. He's running on the.
He's riding on Jesus now.
Oh, he's
I'm gonna
riding
cut
Jesus
you off from the
hard,
right,
bro.
Dan.
Yeah, he is coming in on saddled up on
Jesus ain't no cartoon character, y'all.
He's running on the they're teaching our kids to be ashamed of America platform. That's what he's running on. This
But
is
isn't
our
Crenshaw
boy.
just gonna like agree with him in the debates?
This is Jameson Ellis.
It doesn't matter. He already blew it, Will. He already blew it. He's got tape now insulting a 10-year-old.
Yeah, he's arguing with a 10-year-old
blew it.
girl. And,
He blew it.
Yeah, he's
But-
done.
Jameson guys says this on Twitter. tonight at the Montgomery County Tea Party meeting at 10 Crenshaw,
Oh, he's
Texas,
Tea Party. He's not. He's further to the right.
was confronted by an 18-year-old girl about him calling Jesus a hero archetype, and he had an opportunity to build bridges and respond in love, but instead he did this, to which Wally's mom got in there and said, she wasn't 18, she was 10. And Jameson Ellis for Congress got back and said, oh, she's 18. I was there, and I spoke with her afterwards. And, yeah. So, I mean, what
Got
do
her
you
number
guys?
two, actually.
Yeah, that's he's like, oh shit, I hope she was 18.
This guy's gonna blow it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just agree with her that she's 10 makes it worse for Crenshaw if it's a 10-year-old?
District is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's great.
Look at
Keep
that
an eye on
font
it.
he used in his ad.
It's called like Deadwood.
Go back to that picture.
Yeah, like Deadwood font.
It looks like a country music cover.
Yeah, it does.
Oh man, his ads are so propaganda. There's so much propaganda in his ads. They're coming for God. They're teaching our children that God is dead.
Maybe that could be our
that's
first commercial.
We
that
should do a
district.
commercial for that district. For
Ellis
gotta
and,
get back.
and Crenshaw.
Yeah, Casey Phillips just had his baby, but maybe he'll. I'm sure he'll be up for the midterms to do.
Well, and you know, in that district, it's only a Republican that can win. So it just come down to these two guys. It has
We should definitely do a. He thinks Jesus is a cartoon character, and then like he's like.
nothing makes my blood boil.
I think that might be the move, guys. All right. Anyway, that was the cup of coffee in the big time. Sorry if it was a little long. But I want to talk to you guys. I've been working too hard and not working out enough. Seriously, I mean, I've stopped working out in the last 3 or 4 months, pretty much since we started the Fatathon. That was my signal to be like, nope. I don't know why I did that. Shout out
Get you
Greg
that
Riley.
VR headset, or what you're talking about, right?
And shout out Dairyman Adam for losing all those LBs. And
Shout out Eric Donahue's lost over 100 pounds in the last two
Eric's
Fatathons.
a
100
killer.
pounds. Shout out
insane.
Eric.
Anyway, guys, I want to get in shape this year, but I don't really have time to get to the gym specifically. But Echelon Fitness, right, brings the gym home. This is super cool. So if you have a New Year's resolution to reach your fitness goals, it can really help to have world-class instructors like Nicole Griffin or Michael Brown choreographing classes with music from your favorite artists, right? And you could be doing it at home with their gym equipment and these classes. You get a community of hundreds of thousands of people who can help you give that extra push, which, as you've seen from the Fatathon community, helps you lose it, right? Echelon Fitness, it's the affordable way to get workout equipment, the workout community, and instructors' motivation right there in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
And the equipment attaches to the app, so it's going to motivate you as well, on top of the community, to get your stats up.
Oh, it's sick, man. It's a lifestyle choice. Honestly, you get an Echelon Fitness, you're going to commit, and you get a huge discount if you use our code. So listen up for that in just a minute. But you're going to commit, right? And you're actually going to go to a class. Whereas, like, if you've joined a gym before and you're like me, I ain't going to no class in person. I'll go to class virtually with Nicole and Michael because I'm not embarrassed to do it virtually. I don't want to be with other people that are supporting.
I can fart virtually.
You could be nude on your own home equipment, which, you know.
Yep. Camera
That's
is waist up.
Up to you.
So you pick the class, you climb the leaderboard, you cheer each other on. It's really cool. And they got world-class instructors, as I said, that keep you encouraged and moving forward in the right direction. And right now, limited time offer, Hard Factor listeners can get up to $650 off gym equipment MSRP, which is insane. So to get this exclusive offer, you got to text the word factor to 818181. Text factor to 818181. Get that $650 off MSRP. Text factor to 818181. Message rates and data apply, obviously. See terms for details. But make this commitment. Do it now. Do it at the top of the year. Get fit.
Yeah, we got to look good for Florida in April. Hey, guys, maybe those crazy bastards that said 5G was giving us COVID or cancer or whatever the 5G towers were giving us that caused them to start up 4chan and 8chan groups and then sometimes burn down the physical towers, mainly in England for some reason, were right. Maybe John Cusack was right.
Yeah,
Think
wasn't
so?
Cusack involved in some of that?
Yeah, he thought all that 5G stuff was real. Maybe they were right, guys. Either that or Cusack's people have infiltrated the airlines like his character did in Pushing Tin. Because guess what, guys? 5G is a no-go for airplanes. big no-go for U.S. airplanes, I should say. In fact, major U.S. airlines have warned that 5G towers will be catastrophic to the majority of airplanes, causing the landing systems to malfunction and will ground entire fleets of planes indefinitely. Yikes. This is all becoming an issue because AT&T and Verizon are set to deploy their new C-band 5G service today.
Okay. And so the airlines knew this was coming for at least a couple years and did nothing except for complain about it the week it happened.
Yeah. Yes. We're going to talk about that for the next 5 minutes. Yeah.
Also
some
convenient
context here,
because they can
What's that?
blame now this on all their,
Delays,
and-
any type of maintenance. So they're just, yeah, okay, thanks, big airline.
Pat, what were
First,
saying?
you get every bailout from the federal government. Now you do this. All right, great.
I was just saying, context me. I'm confused.
Yeah. Okay. So they're rolling out this 5G thing, and the airlines are not going to be able to. Their planes are not going to work. So here's a quote from a letter: "Unless our major hubs are cleared to fly, the vast majority of the traveling and shipping public will essentially be grounded," wrote the CEOs of American Airlines, Delta Airlines, United Airlines, Southwest Airlines, and a few other airlines in a letter that was also signed by the CEOs of UPS, Air, and FedEx. And sent to the Transportation Secretary and former hard factor guest Pete Buttigieg. And the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, warned that 5G would interfere with sensitive airplane instruments such as altimeters, or I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but altimeters, which are used for low visibility landing, and also some things that are involved in takeoffs. So the airlines basically said that if you turn on the 5G and the C-band airwaves hit, we're not going to have any of our planes. We're not going to allow our planes to fly because we think they'll
Not any of the old ones.
which is the vast majority will.
Right.
Not any of them ones that have old equipment. That's the issue.
Right.
They
So
said,
certain airlines like the Spirit and the ones that buy up all the old planes.
no, every airline. Every airline got
Every
exposed.
airline's got old ones.
Every airline just got exposed by this 5G thing, saying that basically 80% of U.S. airplanes have old equipment in them.
Yeah, from like the 70s. They're old.
This
shit, right?
this is exposing how shitty. We'll continue with the story, but this is exposes how terrible our airplanes are in the richest country in the world. Yeah, it's ridiculous. They also said it would cause, guess what, supply chain issues because we don't have enough of those. You're not going to be able to fly their, FedEx and UPS and all that stuff in. They estimate hundreds of thousands of flights would be canceled if this turns on today. And as you might wonder, how could this be? Yeah, hundreds of thousands.
Trip.
How could this be? Did AT&T and Verizon not think about planes? Did they not loop them in to this 5G C-band process? No, yeah. Apparently, there's even 220 megahertz of clearance between the spectrum and plane equipment and 5G spectrum, except for in planes with old shitty equipment, which is, drum roll, all U.S. planes essentially, because
Mark,
we're cheap. Airlines are cheap fucking bastards that just polish
Yeah.
turds. They just they just make the outsides look good and polish the turds.
They
and
keep
then they have
redoing
shitty
the interior
put new
and the
seats in.
paint.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
polish
It's
the
like,
turds.
are you saying that just 5G in general is just going to fuck up planes, or
In the
That's
U.S.
that's what they're claiming.
in the U.S. In the U.S.
because our
we'll get to
planes
it.
are so old.
Yeah, here. In fact, we'll get to it right now. This 5G C-band technology that AT&T and Verizon paid $65 billion for to obtain has already been rolled out successfully in 40 countries without any altimeter issues or any other plane issues. So either we have the oldest planes in the world or the most cautious airlines. And based on the Boeing Supermaxes having a death bug that was known about but still tossed into production that caused planes to nosedive and overrode manual mode, I'm gonna assume the former. I'm gonna assume it's the shittiest planes. Yeah. Well, no, our pilots, our CEOs are not cautious. They were throwing those Boeings out there.
Oh, right.
For
They're
people
not
to die.
but they're whiny though.
Yes, they are whiny. But
They're
this
whiny
to me,
and
to me, since they aren't cautious, this means all of our planes have very old equipment. This is like, you cannot do this. We're warning you. We didn't even warn you about the nosedive shit. We're warning you about this. You can't do it. Our commercial planes equipment's older than the Queen of England. Like, how many jubilees for these plane equipments?
Don't they have to retire them after like 30 years? Like once the airplane
Apparently
hits
not.
30. Damn.
Apparently not.
I was in a fucking plane. The last plane I was in, I don't remember where I was going, but I went to go take a shit, and they had a fucking ashtray in the door.
Yep.
Well, most of them do. I think most of them still have the no smoking sign. Most of them still like. At least I noticed that in a lot of planes I fly in. So they haven't even updated the interior.
I feel like this is exposing a dirty little secret to the bigger airlines that aren't Spirit, that they all do it.
Yeah.
everybody does it. Everybody just rides the planes till they literally fall apart.
Yeah, it's terrifying. Oh, wait, looks like there was an update on the story right before we started recording. Let's see what Verizon and AT&T has to say about all this. Here's from Verizon. As the nation's leading wireless provider, we have voluntarily decided to limit our 5G network around airports. The FAA and our nation's airlines have not been able to fully resolve navigating 5G around airports despite it being safe and fully operational in more than 40 other countries. And then AT&T said this, at our sole discretion, we have voluntarily agreed to temporarily defer turning on a limited number of towers around certain airport runways as we continue to work with the aviation industry and the FAA to provide further information about our 5G deployment since they have not utilized the last 2 years they've had to responsibly plan for this deployment. Right. So AT&T and Verizon are fucking furious, and the White House is like saying thank God because they got involved and they were like they didn't know what to do,
begging telecom to fix it. But the thing is that they've been just like 4G was advertised several years before it came out. 5G was as well. So not only did the airlines know it was coming out, but the general public's known for years that 5G has been in the works. So
they caved, and the cheap ass airlines won again. They
always win. They get bailed out. They get everything. They always.
So does this mean I'm not going to have cell service inside of airports?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it means you're gonna have 4G, which you already have, and it sucks because my house right by the fucking airport. So now I'm gonna have 4G forever. I'm not gonna get this 5G.
If you're within 2 miles, if you're within 2 miles of any airport, you're not gonna have 5G. That's how it works. They're doing a 2 mile like radius or whatever because of landing, because people have to come down low and for the low landing. So
service
if you're within,
already sucks there.
Yeah, if you're within 2 miles of any airport, because this is not getting fixed anytime soon. Like they're not getting
still flying on
new plane equipment.
Yeah, no.
This is going to be like years of this probably. So, anyways, there you go. Thanks, airlines.
Forever. Well, thank you for the update, Mark.
That's worse than anything else, really. I mean, Jesus, it's worse than the monsters, worse than COVID.
Is that above the line, Chamath? By the way, update: Chamath is a partial owner of the Golden State Warriors. He's not a full owner. Yeah,
partial.
Yeah, partial.
Doesn't matter.
He's still an NBA owner.
Might be a minor owner, but he's a major asshole.
He's a big enough owner where the team had to come out and clarify that he doesn't speak for them.
It's not like the Green Bay Packers where they have 5 million owners at $20 a share. He owns like millions of dollars worth of the Warriors.
Hold on topic. How many times have you guys been on like about to fucking get on a plane that's about to take off and you're like, shit, I want to listen to a podcast. You start downloading Hard Factor, but you can't, even though you have full bars. Because
not only that, but the tin can of the fuselage blocks your fucking signal. It's terrible.
It's a nightmare, dude.
It's a nightmare. It's only going to get worse now. Thanks a lot.
Well, it's not going to get better.
Thanks a lot, big airline. All right, guys.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Thank you, Darcel. Lots of good options in the international news department to pick from for this segment today. And I would tell you about Partygate in the UK, where Boris Johnson, the prime minister, is under fire for doing drinking events like weekly during COVID. But that is one boring scandal, let me tell you. If you look into it, you will fall asleep almost immediately. So we're not going to talk about it. Yeah, Partygate sounds a lot cooler than it is. So instead, we're going to go to South Korea, Iran, and Dubai, and even finish up with a little space today, gentlemen. First up in South Korea, a man set himself on fire over a dispute with a matchmaker. So that's a lot funny, to take in. Mm-hmm. What's that, Wes?
Matchmaker set on fire. Yeah,
like matches.
Mm-hmm.
Not a pun.
Yeah.
No, matchmaker, as in mail order brides.
Yeah.
Specifically mail order brides in this situation. And you heard that correctly, Mark. A 64-year-old man. Authorities are only referring to as Mr. A. In Jeju Island, South Korea, allegedly doused himself in gasoline from a plastic bottle that he conveniently filled with gasoline and brought to an argument. And then he used a lighter to light himself on fire because the local matchmaking agency for mail order brides refused to set him up with a second marriage because in South Korea, it's illegal to have a second foreign bride. You can't order 2 mail order brides in one lifetime in South Korea. That's against the law there. So they said no. He said, okay, lighting myself on fire.
Yeah, I mean, he's taking one for the team. A few more guys.
Shit, that's the picture?
No, that's
a Tibetan monk. I'm just showing you self-immolation to prove a point.
Oh, my God. A few more guys do this,
Ash,
though.
right? Mr. Ash.
Yeah, Mr. A lunatic. A few more guys do this, and they're going to get second mail order bride. So he's just taking one for the team.
You think he's just
he's like a martyr.
promoting? He's advocating.
He knows it's not going to be him, but next guy might get it. Yeah,
the next guy, maybe so.
He's a freedom fighter.
Yeah,
he is. And while self-immolation undeniably makes you look like a badass, and proves your point that you're very upset about whatever you're self-immolating over. It also takes a hefty toll on the body. And despite staff at the marriage agency attempting to throw water on the 64-year-old man to put out the fire, he still suffered third-degree burns to his face and body and remains unconscious at the time of taping, full 48 plus hours later. So
matchmaker had a tough time before. Wait till she sees him now.
Right.
Yeah, he's finished. That's what I'm saying. It's not going to be him.
Yeah.
We're not going to give a second mail order bride to you freak. Yeah.
Self-immolation is one of those things like in an RPG, you need to make sure you've done all the other side quests before you jump into that final quest. That's it changes the game forever. It ends.
He's going to regret it. He's going to regret it when he wakes
up. Have you played an RPG where you can light yourself on fire?
No, but I'm saying it's like the final quest in an RPG where you can never go back to the same way it was before the final quest.
It's like, Pat, when you create potions and some of them are explosive and you throw them on the ground and walk through them.
Fire potions.
You can walk through your fire potions for sure.
Yeah. This guy had a strong fire potion. Turns out you can just fire potion's actually just a plastic bottle full of gasoline. Would have known.
Fire potion. Uh-oh. This guy means business.
All right, taking it next to Iran, where one unlucky 41-year-old man was written about in a medical journal because doctors believe that his case of COVID had no major side effects besides just the one for this guy, giving him a severe blood clot in the main vein along the shaft of his penis that would cause tremendous pain and discomfort constantly. Wouldn't it? Not great. You know the main vein at the top.
Is that the vas deferens or some shit?
I forget. There's a name for it, but on the one on the top. It's not the tube on the bottom, but like the vein on the top. He just had a clot just sitting in there in the middle. The patient informed his doctor of the pain 3 weeks after having tested positive for COVID. Basically the doctor was like, I have no fucking clue what could be doing this. Let's give you some tests. Test revealed blood clot in the shaft.
And apparently, slice it open, doc.
Oh yeah, you're gonna anything to get that out. Luckily, Mark Pills took care of it, so he's good now. But apparently, COVID can cause more frequent blood clotting, and it's usually associated with more severe cases. Like 50% of people who are like hospitalized have elevated blood clotting. But unfortunately for this poor Iranian guy who only got the one blood clot into the penis shaft as his only one. It's like winning the lottery, except in reverse. Basically, he's super rare case that could happen. But
I was called the main vein my tubing.
Your tubing?
That's how I referred to it.
Yeah. Well, this guy had a clot in the tubing.
And basically. The tubing, yeah,
the big one.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Vas deferens is what prevents you from peeing in a girl. Wes.
When you have an erection.
Mm-hmm.
It's what shoots out the jizzy. It's like when the train tracks switch, they're going straight and then it like turns.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the best deference.
Daddy's peeing different tonight.
Yeah.
Is what it says.
Daddy's peeing babies. This needs to stop.
Try hard enough.
You can if you try hard enough.
Yeah.
You can mix the streams. This needs to stop with the penis.
All the penis stuff with the COVID.
Yeah.
At least this guy's fine now, though. I mean, the pills took care of it. Unlike the shrunken dick guy, who's got a lot of work to do. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good reason.
He better get funny quick. He better develop a personality.
But it's like we talked about last week. It's a good reason if you do unfortunately come down with COVID, like a ton of people are right now. Make sure you just keep plowing away straight through it. Make sure you get that thing active because you don't use it, you lose it.
It's not a vacation, boys.
But if you keep getting erections, wouldn't that cause you to potentially get more blood clots though, because you're putting blood in there?
Oh shit. Well, no. If you have this guy's problem,
See,
you just
this
need to get
is-
to the doctor and get pills. If you have the other
Right.
guy's problem where it's sapping you of your erections, you need to
If
get
you
on
start
it.
losing erections,
Get
but
on
it's
the
not
horse.
painful, you got to start
Yeah.
getting erections.
If it
you
feels
start
good,
getting painful erections, you need to go to the doctors.
right. If it feels good, then it's I can't think of a rhyme, but
And someone's hand needs to be on it. If it feels good,
or sex.
then-
But if you're COVID positive,
then you
probably
should.
not the sex.
Yeah.
You should.
Then you should. Okay. Finally to Dubai, fellas, where a 555.55 carat black diamond called the Enigma,
Whoa, that's cool.
that's potentially from outer space,
Damn,
is on display by Sotheby's this week.
Sotheby's.
Sotheby's. Sorry. The high-end auction house says they expect the diamond to get at least 5 million pounds when they sell it in London next month. And the theory is that black diamonds, aka carbonado diamonds, originate from meteorites that collide with the Earth, which maybe is true, maybe is not, but it's going to make the sale price really high.
yeah,
That thing's going to go for
Go
way
ahead.
more than 5 million.
6.8 million because it's pounds, but that story seems like made up to make the sale. I don't think they have any idea if that's from space or not.
I agree, Mark. It's 100% made up.
Yeah,
I think it's totally fake.
yeah. I don't think it's from
but it's
space.
cool.
Yeah,
they
it's
say
cool,
that they say.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Had to get the old earbuds back in after putting on the space helmet, fellas, because the meteorite talk takes us all the way out to Neptune and Uranus for our last stop, where these two ice giants lurking in deep space out there in the solar system, where the nerds at space.com and other places where they report on space news have figured out that based on what the planets are made of and how they have to get more dense near the core, that's how a planet works. It's like looser on the outside, tighter on the inside. And basically, because of what they're made of and because of that, there's a constant rain of diamonds at one of the levels of each of the planets. So like the diamonds are just forming and then raining down and then being liquefied again when they get close enough to the core and then going to the top and raining down again, forming basically like two giant orbs producing lab grown diamonds.
What a profitable layer.
Yeah. Pretty badass, right?
Should get out there.
I mean,
You gotta get in there. You gotta
Neptune
get
and
down in there.
Uranus, yeah.
You gotta drill in there.
They got the asteroid that's all gold, and they got these things that are just never-ending diamonds. Pretty cool. And then one last space thing. At NASA Mars tweets after analyzing powdered rock samples collected by at Mars Curiosity, scientists found that some are rich in a type of carbon that on Earth is associated with biological processes. It's not proof of life on Mars, but it's tantalizingly interesting. They tweeted that on Tuesday. So
Tantalizingly interesting.
oh, yeah.
You get slapped if you say that in a conversation.
But Mark, that could mean that there's what potential they could. What if they found life on Mars one day?
I would say, even if they did, don't say it's tantalizingly interesting in front of me.
But would it not be tantalizingly interesting?
Yes, it would be. Just don't say it. We already know it.
it's like
All right.
questing to lose your virginity.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not
Fair
gonna work
point.
out.
Fair point. That's a TikTok international moment.
Nice, guys. You know what the problem with most weed edibles is you get way too high, right? Remember those days? I used to plan my whole day around just doing nothing, just being freaked out on the couch, right?
I've had to call my wife before to like
Yeah.
make
I was about
sure
to
I
bring
was.
that up.
I was like, "Hey, am I still
She was at the
alive?"
grocery store. Right? She was at the grocery store. Right? You're like, "When are you coming home?"
Yeah. Like this one's gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, you used to dread having to talk to the pizza guy that the pizza that I just ordered. Just gotta talk to that guy. That's why when you need the perfect medium high, you gotta go with Diet Smoke for their Delta 8 THC gummies. So what's Delta 8, you ask? Delta 8 is simply less potent THC. Up until recently, the most popular THC was Delta 9. Both Deltas come from the cannabis plant. Now you're probably asking yourself, does Diet Smoke really get you high? And we've told you that it does. Mark and Will have both told you that, and it's just a fact. so you can trust us, right?
Oh, yeah.
Diet Smoke is also less expensive than dispensaries, plus no medical card is required to get it. 100% legal THC, even in states where that is not legal. So you can get it right to your door, no problem. Smooth or high, some people get anxiety from the Delta 9, not with Delta 8. Diet Smoke gummies are perfectly balanced to give you the right amount of high every single time, and they're organic and all natural, fused with 10 milligrams of THC derived from American-grown hemp. Also low sugar, raspberry, watermelon. They are delicious, right, guys? I mean,
They are.
fantastic.
Both flavors are delicious. Both flavors I've had. Yeah.
Amazing.
And they're guaranteed. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. This Diet Smoke is so confident you'll get the perfect medium high. They'll refund your money if you're not satisfied. So when CBD isn't enough and standard THC is too much, enjoy the smooth buzz of Diet Smoke. Right now, Diet Smoke is offering our listeners a major discount. All you got to do is use promo code FACTOR at checkout to get 20% off your entire order. Go to dietsmoke.com, promo code FACTOR, and get 20% off your order. That's dietsmoke.com, promo code FACTOR for 20% off. And if you send us an order certification, DM me, I'll give you a free jar. So there you go. Not a bad deal.
That's a deal.
Not a bad deal.
Any questions?
No. There's
Yeah,
no
right.
questions. No questions. All right, guys. I do have 2 stories. We might only get to one. We'll see. But first, let's check in on a highway favorite across America. One of the best breakfast stops anywhere in the world, known for their all-you-can-eat biscuits, little peg table games, stores with all kinds of shit for kids to cry about not getting, and, of course, the rocking chairs out front. We are, of course, talking about Cracker Barrel, right? You guys like Cracker Barrel, right? Let me ask you that again. How much do you love Cracker Barrel?
Pat, you hate Cracker Barrel?
Not a fan.
Who hates Cracker Barrel? Why do you hate Cracker Barrel?
Oh, just because it never delivers.
Oh, you
I mean,
hate
it's fine.
all-you-can-eat biscuits and
They
hash
started-
brown casserole.
They
and-
started
Country
serving
breakfast.
They started serving mimosas there
Look,
recently.
here's the deal, man. Your grandma's cooking ain't that good. Someone else's grandma's cooking certainly ain't that good.
No, it's
and
fine.
I don't want to sit in like a fucking restaurant that looks
Cracker
like
Barrel's good.
You don't like the ambiance of
someone
Cracker
else's.
Barrel?
I hate the ambience of Cracker
You don't like
Barrel.
playing the IQ game with like the jumpy pegs?
No, I don't like the fucking IQ game with the
so
jumpy peg.
cozy.
Okay.
Kidding me?
I mean, to
Okay.
each their own, but I feel like
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel's a real winner. You know, for
It
the most
is.
part.
I don't like the room with all the potpourri. I'm always afraid I'm going to bump into something. But I like.
Store?
I don't like the store, but everything else about it's great. The store and the wait sucks. Once you're in and you're at the table playing the jumpy pyramid game, it's all.
You know
all
what's
great
hilarious
at
is
that point on.
the angry people in the rocking chairs outside because it's too crowded.
Yeah.
And they're just upset. That
The
they're
store's a
sitting there in
mess
those
because the
rocking
store's
chairs
crowded
forever.
too. But once you get past the store and you're inside the restaurant, the food's good. The little game's good.
Yeah, but what other store gives you rocking chairs or a store to peruse while you wait? Not
It's a
many.
little racist
You-
too.
You just can't get in
I mean,
those chairs.
it's
too
almost
crowded.
exclusively white people eating at a Cracker Barrel usually, but yes, I mean, I don't know if that does that make it. What's racist about that? Is this because it's all whites?
I don't know. You just read between the lines, some of the literature
Cracker.
and
It was-
the signs.
the sign out
What's
front
the
that says
literature?
the sign out front that says no blacks.
Did they have like a manifesto? Is there a Cracker Barrel manifesto?
Dude. I'm just
The
saying.
the trinkets are all white
The
people.
literature.
You know? The literature.
It does say
The story.
Old
The
Country.
story on the menu.
It does say Old Country Store.
Yeah.
Old Country.
These are codes in America.
Anyway,
This
there's
is
a few
back
codes.
to the way when things used to be good, pre 13th
Anyway.
Amendment or whatever. Yep.
You know
Their
what I
brec-
mean?
Their breakfast isn't good.
Before the '60s.
Yeah,
That's right.
the 1860s.
Either set of '60s.
Yeah.
Like 'em.
Just take me back, Lord. Take me back.
Anyway, I love them. They're breakfast especially, but they're usually on the highway and not really close to my house, so you know it's a rare treat. And unfortunately for Cracker Barrel, they're not making news today for how incredible their food and service is. No, they're making headlines because one lucky son of a bitch who decided to go to Cracker Barrel for a nice meal is now almost $10 million richer after his likely very old waitress accidentally served him a mixture of EcoSan sanitizer, a product with lots of bleach in it, and water instead of pure water. So you see what happens is back in the kitchens at this particular Tennessee Cracker Barrel and maybe all over, they use the same exact looking pitchers for water and the mixture they use to clean the drink machines. So when the waitress refilled this man's water, she grabbed the wrong pitcher and whammo. Yeah,
He's drinking cleaning solution.
he's drinking cleaning solution.
Jesus Christ.
How much did he have?
I'm not sure.
He was
I
thirsty
hope.
that day.
Yeah.
We got a clip
Well,
later.
I must have had about 4 or 5 cups before I realized.
You sure this is the lemonade? I know, honey. She says it's lemonade, but it just tastes weird.
The lawyer for the man, Thomas Greer, said his client, William Cronin, developed gastrointestinal issues shortly after, including irregular cramping, bloating, diarrhea, and the lawsuit filed against Cracker Barrel argued that drinking the mixture has caused severe and persistent injuries to Cronin and meant he was unable.
Too.
Yeah, meant he was unable to continue working. So, quote, Cracker Barrel's negligence didn't just cause Mr. Cronin physical harm, it took away part of his identity. And according to Newsweek,
It exposed him as a racist. That's in the lawsuit.
Everybody now knows he's a Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel was the only place Mr. Cronin really felt at home and like he could speak his mind in the way that he wanted to.
Tennessee Cracker Barrel. So it was a slam dunk. The jury awarded compensatory. I don't know how the fuck to say that.
The guy, they didn't settle out of court with that?
Damages of $4.3 million in just 30 minutes, and then another $5 million for punitive damages after another 10 minutes of deliberation.
What are these idiots not settling out of court with that for? Of course they're going to side with the guy.
Here's the deal, Will. Unfortunately, sad ending, due to a shitty Tennessee law involving civil cases,
just like Texas,
the damages awarded will be capped at just $75,000.
So they don't even give a fuck. They're just
no.
like,
Texas
whatever.
has the same law. After even though Governor Abbott, he's made over $25 million lifetime and makes over $500,000 a year for his injuries that he sued for. He helped vote for
Nobody
a law
else can do that.
I think it's like 200,000 in Texas. You're capped at no matter what.
Yeah, 75 in Tennessee. So
Damn.
Wow,
he ain't going to see much, and you know he's got lifelong pain and suffering ahead of him. We do have a hard, Yeah.
Is it, or is he just trumping that up for court?
Well, we have a hard factor exclusive, new evidence that has come out that proves this whole thing was actually just a scam by William Cronin and his wife Darlene to sue Cracker Barrel. These idiots taped their whole plot, and we have the exclusive audio of when it unfolded at their table back in 2014. So this is recorded on his wife's cell phone.
I knew Cracker Barrel would never do this.
This is a
breaking news.
Yeah.
Darlene, come here, come closer. Look at me, baby. We just won the jackpot. We just won the goddamn lottery, Darlene. Now wait, I want you to stay calm. I want you to look at me. Now look at my water. You notice anything strange about that water? Yeah, that's because it ain't water, baby. I don't know what the hell it is. I took a sip of it, but it ain't water. Tastes like some kind of cleaning solution. I think there's bleach in it. I smelt it, and there's some bleach in there. I'm almost positive. Now that waitress of ours, she must have accidentally put some bleach in my water. This is our ticket out here. You understand what I'm saying, right? This is our ticket. Now here's what's going to happen. You're going to stay calm. That's number one, right? Because I'm going to be fine. No matter what happens, I will be fine. What I'm going to have to do, though, is I'm going to have to drink about 3/4 of that there water. Whatever it is. Water, bleach, whatever it is. Then, about 10 minutes later, I'm going to start to feel a little ill. And I'm going to keel over right here in this restaurant, right there on the floor, right in front of you, baby, okay? Now, you can't be scared, because I'm fine. Just know I'm fine. You understand? But what I want you to do as soon as I keel over, I want you to call an ambulance. Because we need the ambulance to come. We need the scene. We need to cause a scene here, Darlene. The manager's going to come over, and I'm going to say, I don't know what's wrong with me, but something is wrong with me. Maybe it's the water. And he's going to take a smell of that water. You understand what he's going to do? He's going to take a smell of that water, and he's going to say, oh my God, what is that? And I say, I think it's maybe bleach. And he's going to say, I think you're right. And then we're going to sue the ever-living shit out of Cracker Barrel. You understand? We're going to be rich, baby, but we got to do it right. We got to do it right, okay? And remember, I'm going to be fine. You understand? I love you. I love you. This is it. This is our ticket. This is God telling us that he wants us to be happy. You understand? This is God telling us that we're going to be okay. You understand? All right, here we go. Focus now. Focus. All right. I want you to film me drinking it. And I'm going to go. Ready?
All right, there it is.
Wow. That's damning evidence.
That is
That was
definitely
some good audio you got there.
Yeah,
that was motivational. I haven't been that motivated before, Darlene. That reminded me of the Tarantino scene in Pulp Fiction where he's like pumping her up to rob the people. It was
right. Yeah,
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
The
Well
husband
spoken.
sounds a lot like Rip in Yellowstone too. That was impressive.
Yeah.
Heavy breathing.
Smart guy.
Yeah.
I mean, now but unfortunately it didn't work for him, so they're only getting $75K. So,
Well, better than nothing.
but now we know the truth at least.
Better than nothing. What other foods you got for us, Wes?
I got a sushi one out of California. If you guys want to talk about that one real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Lay it on us.
Let's go to California. Talk a little sushi. You guys like sushi, right?
Of course, not as much as my wife, but she loves sushi.
Will, are you a sushi guy?
The girl will put you out of house and home.
I'm in a
Fish
similar
is
boat.
expensive, I'll tell you.
In a similar boat with Mark. I like
Sushi,
it.
sushi again, huh?
Yeah.
I like it, but it's more of a I know I'm going to go on a date night with it every so often, so I'll get it before I'm ready for it. No matter
Isn't that
what.
fucked up? Mark's right about sushi. Like the girl they'll recommend sushi, but it ends up being like an expensive night out dinner. But they don't consider it.
When they bring you the check, it's like
Yeah.
$250. You're like,
Yeah,
what
it's
the
insane.
fuck?
It's like it's a Wednesday.
How the fuck did that happen?
Yeah, it's insanity.
Let me see out here.
Insanely expensive.
In Reno, they have tons of all-you-can-eat sushi places. So
They don't have.
You
They
can
have one in
You can
like
go
San
to
Marcos
you
here.
can go to affordable sushi places if you find one like kind of shitty spot and you go like during happy hour. But if you go out
Right.
to a decent sushi place at night, you're fucked.
that's true.
Yeah, if
At
you're
certain
hungry-
towns, there's like a culture of having all-you-can-eat sushi places. Because here, there's like a ton. There's at least 10.
I think it's a West Coast thing, to be honest with you. Anyway, how many pieces of sushi, like roll pieces, do you think you guys eat? Like I'm talking like spicy tuna roll, dragon roll, California roll.
Like a
Usually-
Roll's got like
roll
a
or-
roll's got like
usually
five
eight-
each.
eight- no, it's got eight pieces. 8 pieces in a roll.
Four
usually.
rolls.
4 rolls.
so
okay.
32 pieces.
Yeah, easy
32
32
pieces, yeah.
pieces.
I
think
wouldn't know,
40
man.
pieces
I
would be like
I
the
ate
tops.
sashimi. So
Yeah. Okay. You're 2 Pats above the rolls.
Pat,
What's
you're
the
saying
rainbow?
you don't
rainbow
rock
roll.
that. You just
you don't.
rock
You don't.
the
You don't
fish
even. You don't.
only.
You just eat sashimi. You don't eat nigiri.
I'm saying I get nigiri too. I just don't fuck with the rolls, so I wouldn't know. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
32
that-
pieces, 4 rolls.
Okay.
Seaweed
Well-
salad's delicious.
Seaweed salad is delicious. Yeah. I mean, Japanese food's fantastic.
I'm
Uh,
more
30,
towards
30
poke bowls
32
anyway,
pieces
so-
are $67, Wes.
Right, 32 pieces. I think
40.
Yeah, that's about my limit too, Mark. Well, one woman, 24-year-old Danielle Shapiro, shout out Charles for tagging me in this one, by the way, visited Sushi 85 in California, like Westwood, I think it was, and it was a $50 all-you-can-eat sushi buffet, and she took advantage. Now she's claiming she ate miso soup, 4 gyoza, which are like little dumplings, and jalapeno poppers. She said she ate 8 green dragon rolls, 8 snow rolls, 8 California rolls, 8 wakame rolls, and some edamame. Now, that's
Whoa.
256 pieces of sushi she's claiming. I find it hard to believe she was there with another person, but
She
here's
said
the,
she ate that in one sitting.
yeah, here's the video from TikTok. It went viral because of what I'll tell you what happened to her.
Impressive.
Ate it all, you can eat sushi. Jizo. For pieces. Jalapeno poppers. To Pisces. Here we go again. Green dragon roll. 1 to 8.
Anyway, I'm not going to play the whole clip because
Wait,
it's
did
annoying
she
the shit out
did
of
she
me.
eat 8 green dragon rolls or just 8 pieces?
8 green dragon
Said
rolls.
1
is
through
what
8. Okay,
yeah.
maybe she.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. Okay.
She claims 8 rolls. That's incredible.
She claims 8 rolls. And you saw the plate. There was more than 4 rolls on the plate. Anyway, what happened to her? She had to go to the emergency room. She was quickly rushed to the emergency
She
room.
wasn't a very big girl, so that's not surprising.
No, because she said, quote, "My stomach felt very firm from all the sushi and probably the rice that expanded my stomach." She went to her partner's house to try to sleep it off that night. I went to my boyfriend's house and I had the worst stomach ache.
He said you did what, honey? No, not tonight.
Yeah, don't come over tonight.
Right.
It's like, are you going to shit the bed?
We have a 1 bathroom here. I'll call you tomorrow morning.
She had, intense pain in her stomach and hard to breathe, and she had bad acid reflux, is what she had. So,
Oh yeah, she couldn't puke it up. What's wrong? Okay.
no. I didn't. Really
She
wanna
kept
do
all that down and just crushed her body with it.
Yeah.
Instead of just puking it up like a normal person.
She ate so much that she went to the emergency room because she couldn't handle the acid reflux. It got so bad. She thought she was dying.
She could just vomit and get rid of it.
She looks like she's into heroin too, by the looks of her.
Yeah, she's
a little bit.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Anyway,
I guess
yeah.
That's one of those.
Fantastic.
Here's a saying for that: play stupid games, get stupid prizes. Right?
There you go.
That's the one that people say for that one.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that.
I think they said if it's good, keep getting that wood.
Then you should.
Then you should.
Feels good, then you should. Right.
Feels good.
And that's going to do it for Hard Factor. Patreon.com/Hard Factor. If you haven't checked it out, just go and check it out, right? You don't have to sign up. Just go look around and see what we have to offer you.
And then sign up.
A lot. And then sign up.
Then sign up for Send in the Car, the top tier. It's the best one.
And then get
It's
a
got
free
all the
sweatshirt.
features.
Don't window shop, you loser. Sign up.
But at least get you in the door. We're trying to get you in the door because we know the product we have is great. And once you get in the door, you're going to be sold.
2 extra
so go check it out.
podcasts a week, Discord chat, trivia nights.
The Hive
once a
Hour.
month-ish.
You really want to get to know us, listen to the Hive Hour. We got some new merch ideas coming out. We'll have some for you soon. If you've got any merch ideas that you really want, send them to us. We're not above making a 1-off or a 2-off at this point. Jesus Christ. Anything else? We got a trivia date next for the wheel. Forgot about the wheel. Yeah.
The wheel. Oh yeah. When have we talked to Michael to see what the next one is? Miguel.
Not yet, but we will. We will
We'll have
talk
to
to him.
engage Miguel.
Let's aim for mid-February. We were mid-January. Let's aim for slap dab mid-February.
Cool.
Right?
Mid-Feb. That's what it'll probably end up being. All right. So, everybody gonna be on the show tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Always build
Wheel
the
is
wheel. I
being
can see it.
prepared.
Yeah, I can see
The
it.
wheel
some
is
good
being prepared.
Got some good feedback on the wheel today.
And here it
Yeah.
comes
kind
for
of
cup of
feedback
coffee in
can
the
you get
big
on it?
time.
I was like, I like the wheel. Digging the wheel.
I like the colors of the wheel.
The colors
I like
of the
that-
wheel, the
I
sound
like the
of the
game
wheel,
you play.
Yeah.
the chance of the wheel. The chance is the best part.
Chance is
Here
great.
it is. Here it is. Cup of coffee in the big time is going to be. It looks like Will.
Will.
It's going to be Will.
Wheel.
Will and Pat really dominating that cup of coffee
This week. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Got a pretty light week over here.
Yeah, light.
The wheel is kind to Wes and Mark this week. And remember, we're doing 3 spins
TikTok
today.
is me.
TikTok International
TikTok
Moment
is
Mark.
me. I think you're a day early. I think today we're just doing those 2.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
This is for Thursday show.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right, there it is.
That-
There and everything.
There and everything.
All right, y'all. We love you. Have a great fucking day.